आना, एग्ज़ाम्स में वही क्वेश्चंस आते थे, वो ज़माना चले गया। अभी नवंबर 24 अटेम्प्ट में पूरे क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं, पूरे कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस आए, वेयर यू हैव टू अप्लाई योर प्रोविजंस, फॉर्मेट्स भी करना, एंड देन come up with a solution in those 3 hours. This is what ICI is expecting from us. The expectations level of ICI has increased, so even we have to prepare ourselves to reach ICI's expectations. तभी marks मिलने वाले हैं. So I started off a concepts videos. India is 33 already uploaded. You can check that out in the playlist. And India is 12 is ready. I'll upload that tomorrow. आज का वीडियो है India is 108 ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट्स के बारे में. तो प्योरली कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड रहने वाला है वीडियो, एंड for sure very important because last 2 attempts my ICI has not tested on this, so which makes it very much important. So let's get started. The first thing is, अगर मेरे पास 2 or 3 different segments है, whether I can report all the segments as single operating segment is the question. ठीक है, तो the answer to that is yes, you can report all the segments combined as a single operating segment, provided थोड़े conditions दिया या standard में. If those conditions are satisfied, then you can report them as single operating segments. Perfect. Now we will see what are those conditions. Okay. First one is that combination should be as per the core principle of this index. Based on this index, that combination should be there. It should be consistent with this index. And then all the operating segments में ना similar economic conditions रहना चाहिए. Then you can combine. Or there are certain 5 more criteria that are given. First one is nature of your products and services. All the segments का nature of products and services should be similar. Perfect. उसका production method जो है, production also should be similar. Production process of your products and services should be similar. Production. First one is nature. And then type of customers, they also should be similar. Type and class of customers should be similar. And then regulatory requirements. ठीक है, all the segments को जो भी law and regulations apply होता है, that should be similar. And then the last one is distribution methods of all this of the products and services, that should be similar. अगर ये 5 conditions satisfy हो गए, then you can report all the segments as a single operating segment. So इसका mnemonic है Dr. CPN. D is for distribution, R is for regulatory, C is for customer, P is for production, N is for nature of production and process. So Dr. CPN is a kind of a mnemonic. And अभी ये थियोरी, अरे FR में थियोरी तो नहीं पूछते भाई, MCQ में पूछ सकते. कितने सारे MCQs दिया है FR में, ठीक है, ऑडिट में भी दिया है कि पूछा है कि व्हाट इज़ द फाइंड आउट द इनकरेक्ट वन. 3 ऑप्शंस इसमें से दे देगा और ऑप्शन डी विल बी इनकरेक्ट वन. यू शुड फाइंड आउट, यू विल ओनली फाइंड आउट व्हेन यू नो दिस. ठीक है, तो MCQ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो डोंट लीव. सो फर्स्ट वन इज इट शुड बी कंसिस्टेंट विद द इंडेक्स. Economic conditions should be similar, and then these 5 conditions. Dr. CPN. D is for distribution methods, R is for regulatory environment, and then C is for customers, P is for production methods, and then N is the nature of products and services. Right? So with this we are done with the first one. यहाँ पे first one में क्या पूछा, whether you can combine all the segments into one. Second question में पूछता है कि whether you can separate, whether you can report, like if I'm having 2 or 3 segments, whether I can show those 2 or 3 segments separately. तो इसके लिए भी स्टैंडर्ड ने थोड़े कंडीशंस दिया है. इवन इफ वन ऑफ द कंडीशन इज सेटिस्फाइड, यू कैन रिपोर्ट दैट एज अ सेपरेट ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट. परफेक्ट. नो, नाउ वी विल सी व्हाट आर दोस कंडीशंस. देयर आर 3 कंडीशंस. फर्स्ट वन इज बेस्ड ऑन रेवेन्यू, सेकंड वन इज बेस्ड ऑन P&L, थर्ड वन इज बेस्ड ऑन एसेट्स. फर्स्ट वन रेवेन्यू ये बोलता है कि अगर इफ वन ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट का रेवेन्यू इज greater than or equal to 10% of the total revenue, सब operating revenue उसको मिला के, if it is greater than 10% of the total revenue, no, that operating segment can be reported separately. Perfect. No, चल we will understand this. इसमें से और एक adjustment भी रहता है, we will see that with an example. Okay, so अभी segment, ये these 5 segments I'm having, ABCD are different, 5 different segments, and each and every segment is having internal sales and external sales. ओके, इंटरनल रेवेन्यू एंड एक्सटर्नल रेवेन्यू. ठीक है, एक्सटर्नल है 100, इंटरनल इज 20. वैसा 5 सेगमेंट्स के लिए इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल इज देयर. टोटल इट इज़ कमिंग अप टू 360. ओके, टोटल एंटायर ऑल सेगमेंट्स का इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल इज कमिंग अप टू 360. सो व्हाट इज दिस फर्स्ट कंडीशन सेइंग? यहाँ पे अभी फर्स्ट कंडीशन गया था 10% और मोर ऑफ द टोटल कंबाइंड रेवेन्यू. सी, सो कंबाइंड रेवेन्यू का कितना हुआ 360, उसका 10% कितना होता 36. सो अगर ये टोटल रेवेन्यू अगर वो 36 के ऊपर है then that is qualified to be as a separate, that can be reported separately as per the standard, right? Now we will see this is more than 36, this is more than 36, more than 36, more than 36, except for B, no, all the four segments are qualified to be reported separately, right? But यहाँ पे और एक एडजस्टमेंट है, एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट, रिमेंबर दिस, बोल रहा है कि इफ़ यू आर रिपोर्टिंग एन ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट एज सेपरेटली, उसका एक्सटर्नल रेवेन्यू शुड बी ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू 75% ऑफ द टोटल एक्सटर्नल सेल्स। परफेक्ट, नो, आई एक्सप्लेन, आई मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। सो इसका एक्सटर्नल ये है 5 सेगमेंट्स का। नाउ इफ आई एम रिपोर्टिंग ए एंड बी, let's say for take an example, if I have classified A and B should be reported separately, no, A and B का total कितना रहा, 120 आ रहा, so shit I don't, oh yeah, अभी 120 आ रहा। now 120 divided by 260, 260 is the total external sales, okay, which comes to 46%, so it is less than 75%. You understood, no? Your external sales, particular operating segment का external sales should be more than 75%. अभी इस केस में तो A और B का नहीं है, तो it has to add another segment, it has to add till that point where it reaches 75%. Perfect, no? Now according to our example, no, these four are the A, C, D and E, all these four segments are classified to be a reportable segment, but 100 divided by 260 is coming only to 38%. So what I'll do, I will add one more, okay, I'll just take another color, okay, 100 अकेले 75% नहीं है, then I'll go with C. You can take randomly, you have to reach 75%, that is the goal. 100 plus 40 divided by 260, it is again coming to 53%. Now I'll add another D also, okay, 100 plus 40 plus 80 divided by 260, which is coming to, if I add A, C, D, then it is coming to 84%, which means that is more than 75%. So all these three segments should be reported separately, and जो भी left out है that can be reported separately. Clear now? Yes, I hope this is, you guys understood with an example clearly now. ठीक है, you should see external revenue का with external total only, don't get confused. Perfect. 10% you will see with the total combined one, 75% you will see with this, only external revenue का with external total. Perfect. Now the second point is profit and loss. ठीक है, profit and loss में भी same point, अगर तुम्हारा profit या loss is more than 10% of the combined profit or loss, then that will be classified as reportable segment. But यहाँ पे भी एक adjustment है, we will understand that with an example. ठीक है, now see, we are having this 5 segments and each and every segment का profit या loss है। इसका profit 10,000 minus 2,000 minus मतलब loss minus 16,000 profit. Now we will add all the profits, ठीक है, if you add all the profits it is coming to 14,000, add all the losses it is coming to 18,000. Perfect. Now whichever is higher you should take, higher one is 18,000, तो इसका 10% देखना, इसका 10% is coming to 18,000. As per our example, no, all the segments value is more than 1800, sorry. So all the 5 segments are classified to be a separate reportable segments. Perfect, no, you understood, no? So all the losses also you should take, you should add, you should not net off here. यहाँ पे पूरा total net off का नहीं लेना चाहिए, you should take the absolute figure, ठीक है? If you read this, no, it says 10% more of the absolute amount, तो you should take the absolute figure and then find it out. So absolute figure ऐसा आता है, all profits add, all losses add, उसमें से whichever is higher, 18,000 is the higher one, so you will take 10% of the 1800. So जो भी segment का 1800 से ज़्यादा है profit, 1800 या 1800 से ज़्यादा, then you will classify that as a separate operating segment. Perfect. Now you guys understood even profit and loss also. And then there is this third condition is assets. अगर एक operating segment का assets are more than 10% of the combined assets, then that will be classified as separate operating segment. You can report it as separate operating segment. So 3 conditions again: revenue, profit and loss, assets. ठीक है, revenue में that 75% adjustment is there, where external sales are more than 75% of the total external sales. Okay, if it is not there, then you should combine अदर ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट्स ऑल्सो. परफेक्ट. ऑपरेटिंग लॉस में एब्सोल्यूट फिगर का एक एडजस्टमेंट है, दैट यू guys know. Now you guys know with that example. And then third one is the assets point, 10% or more of the total combined assets. I think these two are very important, and at least 75%, that is what I'm telling. Yeah, so we are done with the standard, and there's one question जो बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है और ऐसे टेस्ट भी करा है, सेपरेट वीडियो आ जाता है उसके बारे में. एंड yeah, that's it for this video. Please do subscribe for more such videos, and see you all in another video. Let's go guys.